Okay, so today we are continuing on with my favourites and non-favourites for the year. Today I am presenting, finally, the big unveiling, my 2024 SAS list. Now, what is a SAS list? For those of you who don't know, SAS is an acronym that stands for Serious About Series. This is a coin that was termed by Elizabeth from the booktube channel Lizzie Faye Loves Books, where you create a list of series that you hope to start, continue on with, or complete by the end of the year. So I had a great SAS list for 2023 and we'll talk about that at some point, but this is my SAS list for 2024. Oh my gosh, very excited to announce all these. So I have a total of 21 books on my, 21 series, on my SAS list for 2024. Now, some people may end up having 24 series on their SAS list for 2024, but I'm going to be having enough to be getting on with these 21. So let's jump right in. They are listed under 3 tiered categories, each of those tiers representing how many books I need to get through. So we'll start with the first section, which is my first 6 series. These are series that I have only 1 or 2 books to read. And that first series is the True Colors series. So I have read book 1 in this LGBTIQ plus series. So I just have 1 more left, which is book number 2. So we'll put that up on the screen, which is this book, Out of Character by Annabeth Albert. So if I finish that one, I'll be completely finished, I believe, with the series, because that came out in 2021. So the second series on my SAS list is the Captive Prince trilogy. I've read the first 2 books, so we'll put up book number 3, which book number 3 is this book, King's Rising, and this is the final book that I need to read to finish that series as well. The third series I plan to read is the Golden Boys series by Phil Stamper. Book number 1 is this book, Golden Boys, and this is a duology, a 2-book series, so I have 2 books to read to complete this one. Next up, we have the Amish Matchmaker series. There are 5 books in this series. I've read the first 3. So the next book I'll be reading is book 4, which is this book, Honeymoons Can Be Hazardous by Amanda Flower. Next up is the All for the Game trilogy, the Foxhole Court series, if you will. I have read the first of the 3 books in this series. So book number 2 is this book, The Raven King, and that is by Nora Sakovic. And the final series on my 1 or 2 books tier for my SAS list is the Piper and Porter Cozy Mystery Series by Amanda Flower. I haven't read either of them, so I have 2 books to read, and the first book is called Dead End Detective. Again, this is by Amanda Flower. So those are the first 6 series on my SAS list. Let's jump in to the rest of them. So the next tier is my 3 to 4 books that I need to read, and the first of these is not a series in and of itself, but these are 3 separate books from 3 separate series that I want to ensure I read. So I'm calling this series the New Releases series. I don't know what the books are in this series, but it will be the new release for the Amish Candy Shop series by Amanda Flower, the Secrets and Scrabbles series by Josh Lanyon, and the Poppy McAllister series by Libby Klein. As I say, I don't know what the new releases are called, but they're on the SAS list to ensure they will be read. So the 8th series on my SAS list is the London Calling trilogy by Alexis Hall. I have already read book 1, but I am going to reread book 1 before I read the rest. This is a 3-book series, and book 1 is called Boyfriend Material by Alexis Hall. The next series is the series number 9 is the Farm to Table trilogy by Amanda Flower. Book number 1 is Farm to Trouble, and this is a 3-book series. Next up is the Ravaged World trilogy. This is a 3-book series by Ian Rob Wright, and the first book is this book, Seasick by Ian Rob Wright. The next series is the Haley Powell Food and Cocktail Mystery Series. This is oh my goodness, it's very long. By the time we get to the end of 2024, there will have been 16 books in this series. I will be up to book 14 in January, which is this book, Death of an Italian Chef by Lee and Hollis. So 14 and 15 are out at the moment, and 16 is already out. There you go. Maybe I'll get through all 17 next year. We'll see how things go. Okay, next up we have the Vampire-Related Crimes series. This is a 5-book series. I am up to book number 3, which is this book, How to Lure a Hunter by Alice Winters. So I'll read books 3, 4, and 5 next year, and then I'll be completely up to date. Next up, I have my one sci-fi series. I didn't read any sci-fis this year, and so definitely wanted to read a sci-fi series next year. And so the series I'm going to be reading is the Renegade series. Book number 1 is Renegades by Marissa Meyer. It is a 3-book series, so yeah, looking forward to getting to this trilogy. Next up, we have, I believe, what is a romance series, but correct me if I'm wrong. It is the Love and Gelato series. This is a trilogy. Book number 1 is called Love and Gelato and is by Jenna Evans Welch. So when I get through all 3 of those, I will have that series completed. Next up is the Immortals series. This is a 6-book series. I have read the first 2 books. So book number 3 is this book, Shadowland by Alison Noel. So I'll read books 3, 4, 5, and 6 and finish off that series. Next up is the Housemates series. This is a 6-book series, and I have read the first 2. So book 3 is this book, Practice Makes Perfect, and it is by Jay Northcott. So I'll read books 3, 4, 5, and 6 to complete the series. And the final series in my 3 to 4 books range is the Red Queen series, which will be my dystopian series. Book number 1 for this one is called Red Queen, and it is by Victoria Aveyard. So I will read. It looks like actually there are 4 books in this series. Yes, there are. There are 4 books in this series, so I will read book 1, Red Queen, and then 2, 3, and 4 to get through this series. And now we get to the final section, otherwise entitled the Yes, we wish you all the very best of luck, and we'll see how we go. Let's do everything we can, because this is the list of series where I'm reading 10 or more books from the one series. I think I only had one series that I read 10 or more books of this year, which was the Haley Powell Food and Cocktail Mystery Series, and I have a total of 5 books that I'm reading 10 or more of. Some of them are a ridiculous amount of books that I plan to get through by the end of the year, because my goal with all of the series on my SAS is to get through every single one of the books on that list. So wish me luck. The first one is not too bad, and that is the Zodiac Academy series, which is by Caroline Peckham and Susan Valenti. Okay, so I'm going to put book 0.5 up on the screen, which is Origins of an Academy Bully. I'm going to be reading this book in January. I have read book 1, book 1.5, and book 2 in this series, and so I will read book 0.5, Origins of an Academy Bully, in January, and then books 3, 4, 5, maybe 5.5, we'll see, maybe 5.6, but definitely 6, 7, 8, maybe 8.5, and 9 when it comes out. My word, wish me the best of luck with just that one. So yeah, that is the Zodiac Academy series by Caroline Peckham and Susan Valenti. I'm really looking forward to getting back to that one, because I've missed it ever since I halted my read after book 2. Series number 19 on this list is the Coffee House Mystery Series by Cleo Coyle. There are currently, or will be 20, I believe there currently actually are, all 20 are out. Yes, there are currently 20 books in this series, and I've read the first 8, so I'm going to put book 9 up on the screen, which is Roast Mortem by Cleo Coyle. So, yep, the goal is to get through 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, which I believe, if my calculations are correct, it will be a total of 12 books to get through to get up to date with this series. The next series I plan to read is a series where I'm starting from book 1, and it has a ridiculous amount of books to it. And this is a series that I've read some of the books of before when I was a child growing up. This is the Famous 5 series by Enid Blyton. Now, there are, I kid you not, 21 books in this series, and I'm starting with book number 1 in January and plan to get through the entire series. This is book number 1, 5 on a Treasure Island by Enid Blyton. So, in 2024, I will read book 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21. So that is going to be quite the ride. And the final series that I have on my SAS list is a series that will, by the end of 2024, have 36 books in the series. There are currently 34 out. And that is the Campers and Criminals series by Tonya Kappas. I have read the first 4 books, so I'll put book 5 up on the screen, which is Motorhomes, Maps, and Murder. So yes, in 2024, I will read books 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and 36. And you're probably saying to yourself, Mr. Francy, how? Just Campers and Criminals alone. How are you going to do this? I will be putting 3 Campers and Criminals books onto my TBR every single month. So in January, I will be reading books, where are we up to? Books 5, 6, and 7, February 8, 9, 10, and so on and so forth. They are novellas, and thank goodness for that, because there's so many in the series. So that is my SAS list. So to the 1 or 2 book section, I have True Colours by Annabeth Albert, Captive Prince by C.S. Picard, Golden Boys by Phil Stamper, Amish Matchmaker by Amanda Flower, All for the Game by Nora Sakovic, Piper and Porter by Amanda Flower. To my 3 to 4 books, I have the new releases of Amish Candy Shop, Secrets and Scrabble, and Poppy McAllister, The London Calling Trilogy by Alexis Hall, Farm to Table by Amanda Flower, Ravaged World by Ian Rob Wright, Hayley Powell Food and Cocktail Mystery Series by Lee Hollis, Vampire-Related Crime Series by Alice Winters, Renegades Trilogy by Marissa Meyer, Love and Gelato Series by Jenna Evans Welch, The Immortals Series by Alison Noel, The Housemates Series by Jane Northcott, The Red Queen Series by Victoria Aveyard, and then on the 10 or more list, I have the Zodiac Academy series by Caroline Peckham and Susan Valenti, the Coffee House Mystery series by Cleo Coyle, the Famous 5 series by Enid Blyton, and the Campers and Criminals series by Tonya Kappas. Is it any wonder that January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, and November are already booked out, pun intended, booked out? I have 12 books every single month I plan to read for the first 11 months of the year, and they're already locked in. And having seen my SAS list, is there any wonder as to how that was very easily done? Because of this, I don't plan to be getting involved in any buddy reads in 2024 outside of the series I am reading at the moment. But if you would like to join me in reading any of the series that I plan to get to or to continue on with next year, please do feel free to let me know. I have a Discord, and the link to that Discord is in the description. Come along and join us. I am currently taking expressions of interest for any buddy reads of any of the series that I plan to read. Many different genres, classics, LGBTIQ+, science fiction, the list goes on, fantasy, the list goes on, cozy mysteries, the list goes on and on and on and on. So, Feel free to let me know if you'd like to partake in a buddy read with me for any of these series, but I am very excited for all of them. In the time we have left, I just want to quickly, have a general look at all of them and talk to you about my excitement. With the True Colors series, I cannot wait to get into the next one because I loved Conventionally Yours. I did not know Annabeth Albert had released another book, so I can't wait to see what she did with the second one because I feel like the first one probably was a standalone. But anyway, Captive Prince, I'm really looking forward to finishing off the trilogy. I started the first book in, I think, like 2020, so it's taken forever for me to get through this series. Phil Stamper, I had a very interesting time with Phil Stamper over the course of the last couple of years. Things are at a very good place for me with Phil Stamper right now, so I have a lot of catching up to do with Phil Stamper. I'm so happy that he has a duology out. He is an amazing LGBTIQ plus author. If you have not checked him out already, I've read 2 of his books and can't wait to read the Golden Boys duology. Amish Matchmaker, it's not my favourite Amanda Flower series, but I would like to be up to date, and I have a goal to fill an entire shelf with just Amanda Flower books, so getting up to date with Amish Matchmaker will certainly help with that, and obviously Amish Matchmaker is going to be one of 3 Amanda Flower series I read next year, 4 if you include the new release for the Amish Candy Shop, so I'm very excited about that. For the Foxhole Court series, the All for the Game series by Nora Sakovic, book 1 was pretty good. The romance doesn't start until books 2 and 3, so I'm very interested to see what happens with that. With the Piper and Porter series, it's a duology by Amanda Flower, so I'm intrigued to see what she's done with that one. The covers look very different, so we'll see how things go. For the new releases for Amish Candy Shop, Secrets and Scrabbles, and Poppy McAllister, I don't know if there'll be a new release of Poppy McAllister. Only time will tell, but I would love it if there was one. Secrets and Scrabbles, I don't know if we'll get one. I think Josh Lanyon said that there will be 10 books in that series, but Josh Lanyon being a pen name for a female author, she has said she's going to take some time off, so I don't know if another one will be released next year. Time will tell. Amish Candy Shop will definitely have a new release, so I'll definitely be reading that. The London Calling trilogy, I remember reading Boyfriend Material, but it's been a while, so I want to reread that. That's why I'll read all 3. But I'm very happy that Alexis Hall went on to release 2 more books and make that a trilogy, so I'm excited for that. Farm to Table is Amanda Flower. Look, I'm excited for all of my Amanda Flower series. I don't know a lot about the whole farm to table experience, so I'm intrigued to see what Amanda Flower is going to teach me about that because, I love her works. Ravaged World trilogy, I love Ian Rob Wright. The fact that he has another series, I've already read the Damien Verse Quartet, and I'm intrigued to read more horror. If you want to do a horror buddy read with me, that is my one horror trilogy, one horror series I'm doing, and it's Ian Rob Wright. He is my absolute favourite horror author by a mile. Hayley Powell Food and Cocktail Mystery Series. I can't wait to be up to date. I started 2023 having read the first 3 books. I will end 2023 having read the first 13. And so it's going to be an amazing day to get up to date with the entire series. So I'm looking forward to continuing on. Absolutely. Vampire-related crimes. The first 2 books were so fantastic. Oh my gosh. It is male fantasy mystery revolving around a vampire police force where there is one human who incidentally we follow who's in a relationship with his vampire partner he has on the force, and it's just a whole lot of fun, so I can't wait to get to the next 3 of that one as well. Where am I up to? Renegades! Oh my gosh, I'm finally reading a sci-fi! I haven't read a sci-fi all year! And so, can you tell how excited I am to get to another sci-fi series? Love and Gelato. Back to Renegades quickly. I've heard that book 1 is from the good team perspective, and book 2 is from an evil team perspective. I'm really intrigued to see how that's going to go, by the way. Alright. Love and Gelato, I've been wanting to read for 4 years by the time I get to it. I had books this year that I've been wanting to read for 3 years and then finally got to them. It'll be 4 years for the Love and Gelato series, so finally getting to it. I hope I love it. We'll see, time will tell. Good luck, Jenna Evans-Welch. The Immortals series, I loved book 1. We're following this girl who's a psychic, definitely does not want to be a psychic, and she has a boyfriend who is immortal. He's a vampire. He's immortal. That's not a secret. You find that in book 1. But the way the book 2 ended has me a little concerned. So I'm can't wait to read book 3 because I want to see if my thought is correct. I'm hoping my thought is not correct, and that the series doesn't get ruined for me. So time will tell. But the first book was absolutely fantastic. I absolutely loved it. Okay, Housemates, Jay Northcote's male spicy series. Yeah, absolutely loving it. Following these housemates, they go off and have their little spicy adventures. Yeah, really, this is going to be fun. I already know I'm going to love the final 3 books. The Red Queen series, my one dystopian series, only one. I'm kind of surprised by that, but I've heard a lot of good things about the Red Queen series, so we'll see how we go. I saw that there were some novellas. Should I read the novellas or just read the main books? Let me know in the comments below. Into my 10 or more books, Zodiac Academy. It was hard to pause after reading book 1, 1.5, and 2, and I cannot wait to get back in. I didn't know there was a 0.5, but of course when I found out there was, I went, yep, I'll read that in January. Then I've read that one prequel I haven't read, and then go straight into book 3 in February. I am so excited. I love this series. If you love fantasy, if you like the idea of, say, for example, a Hogwarts setting in an adult world, you may very well love the Zodiac Academy series. It is very spicy in certain sections, but outside of the spiciness, to me, it reads as Harry Potter at Hogwarts in an adult world. So I absolutely love it for that reason. What else? Coffee House Mystery Series. Oh my goodness. I love this series because it is coffee to the umpteenth degree. Cleo Coyle does such an amazing job talking about different types, different styles, different flavors, different this, different that, different this, different that, all about coffee, while at the same time integrating a mystery that we need to solve with our protagonist Claire Cosey. I love this series so much and can't wait to be completely up to date with it. The Famous 5 series, as I said, growing up as a child, I've read, I think about 5 of them maybe, and I was a child, so I don't remember too much about them, to be honest, but it's a 21 book series. I'm gonna get through it. I am very excited. They are classic books, but from memory, they are very easy to read. I do love Enid Blyton, fantastic author. And the Campers and Criminals series by Tonya Kappas. Yes, there will be 36 series to read by the end of the year, but as I said earlier, they are all novellas. And from what I've seen, book 5 appears to be longer than book 6, and book 6 appears to be longer than book 7, which is one way to go. But yeah, look, I thought books 1 and 2 were good. I thought book 3 was okay, but book 4 was fantastic. And I feel like Tonya Kappas has, found her place in this Campers and Criminals world. We're going somewhere amazing, and I am looking forward to continuing on with my journey with that series. So there you go, 21 series that I am incredibly excited to read. I can't wait. I literally cannot wait. January 1st, let's begin. It's funny though, because on January 1st, I'm reading for all intents and purposes, a standalone. And then I will be starting some of the books on my SAS list. But it doesn't matter what series it is. I'm excited to consume each and every single book in each and every one of these series, which has me so happy. I love these SAS lists. A massive shout out to Elizabeth from Lizzie Faye Loves Books for coming up with the SAS lists. You are an absolute gem. I love these SAS lists. I think they're an amazing idea. And if you want to do a SAS list and record it, please let me know so I can watch your SAS list as well. And if you're not a BookTube creator, then come along, join the Discord and let me know what's on your SAS list over in the Discord. I would love to see what you have there. Once again, reminder for Buddy Reads, I can't join Buddy Reads that other people are doing because my TBR is completely full up until December next year, which again, not surprising given the SAS list that I have. But if you would like to join me in any of the series that I plan to read next year, please do not hesitate to let me know. I love doing Buddy Reads when I can, and I will host as many Buddy Reads with as many of these series that you all want to Buddy Read, so I'm excited for each and every one of them. Alright, that is where I am going to leave it. I have my goals video coming up in the next video, and then, yeah, we're really heading on towards the end of the year. So this is the final video that I'm doing before Christmas. So I just want to take this very quick opportunity to wish everyone a very, very Merry Christmas. I hope you have an amazing Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And I don't know if you celebrate anything on the 26th, but we have Boxing Day over here in Australia. So if you celebrate that, I hope you enjoy that as well. To me, you know, religious or non-religious, Christmas Day to me is a time of giving, a time of positivity, and just embracing that holiday spirit in general. I am someone who's all about spreading sparkling energy all throughout the world, as you all know if you've watched my booktube channel long enough, you know that. And I think, you know, never on any other day do we need that positivity to be spread more than we do on Christmas Day. So yeah, please do continue to spread your sparkling energy all throughout Christmas Day among family and friends. Just kindness, peace, positivity, you know, really does go a long, long, long way. And I will see you after Christmas. So Merry Christmas and happy reading. Bye everyone.